All right, well, everybody's been talking about the massive snowmelt runoff and the problems it was and is causing. And after a big early summer weekend here in the Eastern Sierra featuring the Monster Energy Mammoth Rotocross, people returning to Southern California found the going a bit tough on Sunday. US 395 southbound was closed Sunday afternoon. Press release from Caltrans stated about 1:15. Now at 1:45, Caltrans reported CHP units were escorting one-way traffic and the many vehicles were backed up on the road. And to add to the frustration, a little later down the road, a fire near Santa Clarita on State Route 14 closed that major route into Southern California. Now getting word from Caltrans that US 395 just south of Independence has been reduced to 2 lanes for approximately 3 miles. This is due to an emergency culvert repair that was discovered Sunday about noon. Caltrans and LADWP crew have been working to replace the failed culvert since the discovery. Now northbound traffic, US 395 being detoured into the southbound number 1 lane, southbound traffic being contained in the southbound number 2 lane. Detour is expected to be in place until Wednesday evening. Let's drive carefully out there. Last Friday, LADWP issued another press release stating crews continue to work proactively to handle the massive runoff that the water resulting from this year's near-record snowpack in the Sierra. These efforts are in partnership with Inyo County Sheriff's Department, Bishop Police Department, Caltrans, Southern California Edison, and others to Inyo County Interagency Emergency Preparation Team. Now, work to prepare for the anticipated high flows began in late February. Been assisted by the emergency declaration from Mayor Garcetti of Los Angeles. That allowed LADWP to take immediate steps to protect infrastructure and aid managing floodwaters while also protecting public safety. And Inyo County issued a similar declaration. Now, LADWP is concerned by the potential of water overflow in and around the towns and communities of the Eastern Sierra and proactively providing assistance in preventing and controlling runoff that could impact the public. Emergency assistance will be provided on lands throughout the valley should flooding threaten property of a partner agency or the public. Also, that press release states LADWP is advising the public to be aware that swift flowing water is causing increased turbidity and organic matter in the river. Decomposition of this organic material will result in low dissolved oxygen levels, and as a result, fish stress is expected to be high during this period of high runoff. Now, the LADWP press release notes minimizing extra flow in the Owens River as much as possible and will collect and dispose of deceased fish as quickly as possible. In order to keep the public informed of the steps being taken to manage runoff to the greatest extent possible and minimize the impact of dust control measures, LADWP again has been issuing regular updates of its runoff management efforts. That full press release and all of those efforts posted on our website, sierrawave.net. Also, Tioga Road in Yosemite National Park, that's Highway 120 through the park, remains closed to all vehicular traffic, including bicycles. Press release from the National Park Service says melting snow is causing water to run over the road in multiple locations, creating safety hazards. Park staff and partners continue to conduct necessary repairs to power, communications, water, and sewer systems along Tioga Road following the record-breaking year for the winter snowpack. Press release says the park is diligently working to ensure that adequate sanitation facilities are in place to meet visitor needs and to protect the water quality in the Tuolumne River watershed. Now, due to safety and sanitation concerns, again, Tioga Road closed and will remain closed until the impacted power, communications, water, and sewer systems are operational to meet the needs of park staff and visitors. There is no anticipated opening date at this time. Press release from the MPS says all visitors planning to hike or camp in the high elevation regions of Yosemite, you are urged to prepare for snowy conditions, possible treacherous stream crossings while hiking the wilderness areas this summer season. Stream crossings on the Pacific Crest Trail, the John Muir Trail, and other trails can be deceiving and should be avoided until water levels decrease. Well, Edwards Air Force Base issued a press release noting people may notice a small team of Air Force members in the area during these coming days. They are searching for small, widely scattered fragments of that RQ-4 Global Hawk that crashed in the mountains west of Lone Pine at about 1:45 p.m. last Wednesday, June 21st. Now, that press release from Edwards Air Force Base says the large majority of debris from the mishap is confined to a small footprint in a remote area in the mountains, but a few scattered fragments have been found miles from that site. Now, the team is in the area to effect as complete as recovery of the aircraft as possible and to protect public health and the environment. Area residents should be aware that while pieces of the aircraft are not harmful to people with training and proper equipment, they can be harmful to people if they are handled incorrectly. Any debris found by members of the public should be left in place and reported to accident investigators at 661-277-3040. That aircraft was assigned to the 9th Reconnaissance Wing, Beale Air Force Base, and was on a ferry flight from Edwards Air Force Base en route to its home station when it crashed last Wednesday. Now, that incident is currently under investigation. Also, press release notes under investigation is the Diaz fire. That's in the area where the aircraft went down. Now, no official cause has been given of the Diaz fire, but most surmise it was from the downed aircraft. Now, as of this morning, the Diaz fire was 66 acres, 0% containment, burning southwest of Lone Pine between 8,000 and 9,000 feet in elevation. Over 170 personnel on scene along with 4 helicopters. Press release notes the fires in steep, inaccessible terrain, eliminating the option for direct containment. Crews have completed indirect line construction to the east of the fire for the communities west of Lone Pine to secure the fire's edge if the fire shows growth in that direction. And thankfully, the press release notes slight cooling pattern is in the forecast. Smoke from that Diaz fire highly visible from Lone Pine and along the Highway 395 corridor. Well, the Mammoth Community Water District's Consumer Confidence Report on water quality during 2016 now available on the district website and reception desk and permit desk and at the Mammoth Lakes Public Library. Report can also be downloaded from, again, that website, mcwd.dst.ca.us, MOUSE. I had to throw that in there. Water delivered by the Mammoth Community Water District in 2016 met all state and federal water quality standards. Press release notes the report includes detailed information regarding the community's water supply, such as where your water comes from, what constituents were detected in 2016, and how it compares to state and federal standards. For questions about that Consumer Confidence Report, contact the Mammoth Community Water District at 760-934-2596. We'll be back with more news.